Get started. Okay, today is Tuesday, February 23rd, right? Did I get that right? And the year 2021. And it's coding class with Mr. Hunt again, and I'm with my students.
Scorpion.
Scorpion. Okay. So I just wanted to so I had an idea today, so I don't know if it's gonna work out or so I believe in competition, but I believe in healthy competition. Okay. So I don't believe in the competition where people cry, yell, scream, say bad things. Okay.
Yeah, like trash talk.
Well, whatever trash talk you do, that's your business. Just don't do it in front of me.
I don't really do trash talk.
Well, I don't think it's. Well, if you have, I don't think it's on video. But anyway, so we're gonna have so this week and next week, we'll do a shapes challenge, and so we'll have you versus Excalibur and Taladay, and there won't be a score. It just be just a challenge.
Okay.
So you'll be challenged to draw. So you'll have plenty of time. So you'll be challenged to draw. So in the beginning, we'll start with a clock, and then draw a slice of pizza, and then draw a cube. Okay. So for example, a circle is a clock is just a circle with an arm, with two arms. Okay. So it doesn't have to be fancy, it just has to, well, obviously, if you make it, this is the minimum, right? So what would a slice of pizza have to include?
A circle, and then a bunch of lines coming out of the middle.
Okay. Well, I was thinking it just could be a triangle. If you could draw a triangle and a crust and some shapes inside for the topping.
Like tiny circles for pepperoni or something.
Yeah, that'd be very simple to do. Okay. A cube will be more difficult because you will have to.
I think the cube is the easiest.
Well, I meant a 3D cube.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so I'm not a.
I know how to do that.
Yeah. So you have to calculate. You have to figure out what the coordinates will be for the. I'm just making not a square. It's not really 3D. It's not really 3D, of course. Not really 3D. It's kind of like 3D. Yes, I'm sorry.
Mr. Hun, are we allowed to use commands that you gave us in the past to help us, like that command that wherever you click, the line goes and it shows you the coordinates?
You can use any of the turtle graphics. It's right here. I have a link to the documentation. You're more than welcome to use some of. I mean, I didn't cover all of them. There's too many to cover in any one class. I think there's like 50
do you remember that command that it goes to wherever you click and it shows you the coordinates? Are we allowed to use that?
Yeah, of course you should use that. Yeah, you should use all the
commands.
Why wouldn't you not use all the commands? I put a link to the documentation. It's all the commands you can use with Turtle are you should exploit.
Okay.
There's I haven't gone to this one. There is a polygon. There's a more advanced method where you can set the coordinates of a polygon. We should do that. We should do that next month. Polygons do more. There's also a clone, which it's just not possible in one class to cover everything. So it makes more sense to cover the more the more commonly used commands. You know what I'm saying?
Master Han, it is possible, but you have to extend it to like 2 or 3 hours.
Well, I mean, the point of this class is this coding class is not to be exhaustive. It's to be it's like I'm teaching you. It's a starting point. So it's like if I'm gonna if I wanted to teach you how to make different dishes with packages of Maggie, right?
Yes.
So it wouldn't make sense for me to do every possible recipe using Maggie's. It would make more sense for me to do a plain recipe, right? Where I just use the package. Then it would make sense for me to do one where I have vegetables, and then do one where I have protein, and then maybe do one where I have vegetables and protein. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Master Han,
Yes.
vegetables and protein? How could you?
So it wouldn't. So what I'm saying is, it wouldn't make sense for me to do every example of Maggie, different recipes you can make with Maggie's. It would make sense for me to do a plain one, and then a few 3 or 4 varieties, and then it would be up to you to come up with your own recipes or do your own research. Right?
Okay.
Because would you want me to demonstrate how to make different Maggie recipes and do like 3 hours of it? No, nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Okay. Okay, so you don't understand what the assignment is? Okay, so it'll be an ongoing challenge we do this week. We'll start this week and we'll continue into next week. The first part of the assignment is for you to create a simple list of objects. Okay? To create a simple list of objects.
What do you mean? Pimple gist of objects. A simple list of objects. Okay.
Simple list of objects.
And then?
Because I'm sorry, this is Zoom controller. Sorry. So we're gonna do a Flappy. I'm gonna show you how to make a simple Flappy Bird clone. And it's really not gonna look like Flappy Bird, but it's going to. I mean, it'll have the same game mechanics of Flappy Bird. So I didn't include the link. Sorry, I'm doing that right now. So this is where my Flappy Bird code is right now. I have all the code components to make the Flappy Bird. I'm just doing it step by step to show you. Okay, so right now, we have 3 buttons, and last week, I coded the flappy part. So every time you click on the blue button, it flaps and it moves up. And then as you can see, gravity is slowly pulling the Flappy Bird down. Okay?
Okay.
Now we have the obstacle, but what's missing? Look what's happening. What's missing? What's the problem here? What's the problem with the game?
Whatever it is keeps on teleporting.
Well, what's supposed to happen when you crash into the object? What's supposed to happen?
You're supposed to be dead.
Well, the game is over, right? Okay. So now another part of Flappy Bird is if you don't pay attention to the Flappy Bird and if you let it crash into the ground, game is over also. So look what happens. The Flappy Bird crashes into the ground and boom. What happened to the game? What happened to the game?
Crash, game over. Crash, game over.
So you got to make sure not to let the Flappy Bird, right? You got to pay attention to the Flappy Bird and make sure it doesn't crash into the ground. Okay. So next week, I'll show you how to add the collision detection.
He's flying.
Okay. So okay, did you do your assignment? Hello, did you do your
Oh
assignment?
yeah,
Okay. So
I
let's
did
see.
it.
Should be easy to do because should not have taken you more than 5 minutes.
I did it literally an hour ago. I finished it an hour ago. I started and finished it an hour ago. Yay.
Okay, share your screen.
Chrome. Click my button.
Okay.
I don't know
But
why
it's not
this
moving.
obstacle isn't moving.
But how come
I
it's
don't
not
know
moving?
why. I don't know why.
Okay. Well, what is the okay? Okay, wait a minute. You didn't. This is okay. You need to go into your account. Let's go into your account. Open your account up and open this up.
Okay. Let me just
Because
remix it.
yeah, you need to go into your account and you need to see it into your account. Open up the tab for you. You should already be in your account now. Should already. On your no. Okay. Change the name. Change the name. It's gonna be.
What did I do?
Change the name to Flappy Bird clone. Change the name to Flappy Bird clone.
My other thingy is gone.
Yeah, because that was not your trinket. That was my trinket. You were editing my trinket. I keep telling you that.
Oh, come on.
You need to be in this. You need to be in this screen. You need to be in this screen. Okay? You need to be in this screen. Okay, change the name.
How do you spell Flappy?
Flappy, I guess.
Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird. That's how you spell Flappy Bird.
Cloney. Cloney. Flappy Bird Cloney. Clooney. I don't know.
Okay, so how did you create the Flappy Bird object? I mean the obstacle object. How did you create the obstacle object?
I did the exact same thing you did.
Yeah, that's what I told you. So let's do that. So show us. How did you create the object? The obstacle object.
Let me first save it.
Save, right? Save. Make sure you save.
I'm just going to do this. Save it again. Okay, good. Where is it? There was this thingy.
You have to go down more.
Here it is.
Okay, right.
So I basically just did copy.
Whoa. Yeah, copy, right.
Oh, wait, it's already here.
It's already there?
Obstacle 1. That's the one I made.
Okay, obstacle 1. You need to put a comment. Hello, go back up. You need to put a comment because you see, you didn't even know what it was. You need to put a comment. No, not there.
Here?
No.
Where? Here?
You see, you don't even know where you did it. No, before 145. Before 145. Go to 144. Go to 144. No, that's not 144. Go to 144. Hit enter. Hit enter. Enter. Okay, stop. You don't need that much space. Stop. Okay, and then put a comment. Let's put a comment. Obstacle, creating a second obstacle. That's not how you spell obstacle.
How do you spell OBS? Wait. OBS.
Why'd you just call it creating OBS1? Just call it OBS1. Just say OBS1 object. Okay.
OBS1. Good.
Whoa.
Oh, there you are. Oh my.
Call it, okay. Just call it
Um.
OBS. You didn't finish the, okay. You need to finish it. Go back up.
Right.
OBS object, creating OBS object. OBS one object. Okay. Okay, but there's a problem here. The OBS object, you need to put in a different Y coordinate.
Okay. Where? Over here? I did.
Okay, but it's not a four is, it needs to be, look, the 4 is not making that much, that's 4 pixels. That's not making much of a difference.
How about
50,
this?
50 would make more sense. No, then you're not even going to see it. Okay, 50 makes more sense. Okay.
Now we run it and we will see that it is all. Where is it? Where is it?
I don't know. You see the X coordinate? You see the X coordinate?
Yeah.
Scorpion, are you paying attention? Please pay attention.
Yeah. Okay. I'm looking at
Scorpion, stop clicking. Okay. So you see that WN underscore width? So that's the total number of pixels. That is the width of the screen area. So no. That's not what we want. No. The object is going to be, you see, the object is going to be off screen. You're not going to be able to see the object. You have to start moving the, no. You want the object, to be off screen. You want the second object to off screen. Because you're gonna animate it. You're gonna animate. Okay, let's go back down. Let's go down.
How about no? Oh, come on.
Okay. No. You need to make it 2. No, not 1. 2. Supposed to be 2. Now, let's go down. Scorpion, we don't have all day. Please focus, okay?
1. Let's try it. Oh, wait.
You have to, okay. You need to, there needs to be code. There has to be, let's go down. Okay, stop. Okay. Do you see what block of code is the code that animates the object, the obstacle object? Okay, right. So what do you need to do? So do you have one for obstacle? Right. This is the code to animate OBS 0. Do you have the code to animate? Okay, you do. I'm sorry, you do. But it's not working. Why is it not moving anything? Let's see here. I'm sorry, 1 second. Whoa. Hold on. Okay, you do have the code. No, it's not indented correctly. That's probably why it's not working. You indented incorrectly. You see, look at the first block of code. If you look at the first block of code, you'll see that that one is indented correctly. You see, this is indented correctly. This is not. You need to fix that. And the else. Okay. Also the other, also this and this. So you need to fix the indentation there too. You have to be really careful with the indentation, because that can, if it's not indented correctly, the code doesn't run. The Python interpreter is very picky. Oh, you missed 160, 180, 283, 283. Okay. 283. Okay. Save. Okay. Now I don't think we want them to move at the same time. So I think we want to vary the speed. So let's do this. So why don't we do this? Okay, wait a minute. Why don't we take, whoa, Scorpion, please pay attention. let's go back up. Okay, okay, so with obstacle 1, OBS 1, it has its own pixel. So let's go back up. Yeah, what happened? Yeah, indentation. What did you do? Okay. Save. Make sure you indent to save that. Okay, so let's go back up and let's change the pixels. Let's increase the number of pixels for OBS 1. Let's go back up. Let's go back up. Okay, okay. Whoa, you passed it. Okay, let's increase the pixels. Let's make it 2. So let's make it a little bit faster than, and okay, no, that's too fast. That's too fast. That's too fast. Too fast. That's too fast. Okay, that's a little better. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay. Okay, so now I'll show you the code. I'll show you the code for the Flappy Bird. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I have the link here. I have the link here for the Flappy Bird. So open up my trinket, and you need to, okay. So you need to copy. So you need to copy this. So you need to copy this block of code here, 130 to 139. That's the Flappy Bird. So that creates the Flappy Bird object. And then you need to copy. Then you need to. Oh, I'm sorry. And then you need to copy this. This block of code for the Flappy Bird. So the 2 blocks of code you need to copy in to see the Flappy Bird. Okay. So are you?
Okay.
Let's do that.
Whatever you say. Okay. Whatever you say. Ba-ba-da.
Okay, share your screen. Let me see what you're doing.
Stream was updated. What could that be? Wow. No, thank you.
Yeah,
where
open
do
up.
I find it?
No, open up. It's right there. Open up my Flappy Bird clone.
This one?
Yeah. You need to copy two. You need to copy 2 blocks of code into. Where did you do?
Flappy Bird clean?
Yeah, it's already. You have the tab open. Oh yeah, no, that does.
You
Yeah,
put Klein, not clone.
I misspelled it. So just type. Yeah, open that up. Okay. So there's 2 blocks of code you need to copy. Go to 130. No. Scorpion. I don't have all day. We're running out of time. Go to line 130.
Got it.
Scorpion.
Speed. I am speed.
Scorpion, I don't have all day.
Speed. Huh?
Scorpion, I don't have all day. Go to line 130.
Oh yeah, sorry. Down.
Go to line 130, and then you need to copy that block of code.
130. Crash game over. 130.
Okay, you need to copy that block of code. No, not all of it. 130 to 139. You need.
Here we are.
Okay. No, don't drag. No, you're dragging.
What's happening?
Because you're copying the code around. Just use the keyboard. Just use the keyboard. Okay. Yeah, you need to copy that. Oh yeah, that too. I'm sorry. I think there's one more. No. Wait a minute. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's it. Yeah. Copy that.
See?
Copy that.
Okay, now I'm back here. Where do
Yeah,
I
I
put
think
it?
you could. Yeah, I think you could copy it right after. You can copy it right after that. Make some extra space. Okay, and paste it in between. No. Okay. Okay.
And
So
then
run the
you
code.
just delete
So run the code.
these extra lines, and then
Okay, you can clean that up later.
running the
Clean that up
code.
later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the Flappy Bird's there. Okay, so there's another block of code that lets you animate, that lets you move the bird up and down.
No, Flappy!
Scorpion, I don't have all day. There's another block of code you need to copy that will make the button actually work.
Okay.
Okay, let's go down. Okay, you need to keep going down. Scorpion,
Okay.
I don't have all day. You can play with that later.
What time? I mean, not what time. What line?
I don't know. I have to look. Scorpion, please focus. I don't have all
Okay,
day. Scorpion,
I'm just
I'm
going to
losing
put
my
it up
temper.
all the way up here.
Scorpion,
And
please focus. I don't have all day. Okay, let's go down. It's more. We have to go down. That's it. No, I think there's more. Isn't there more code? Scorpion, please stop playing with it.
I'm just
Scorpion,
putting him
please
all the
stop
way up
playing.
so he can't. I'm putting
Don't
him all
worry.
the way up so he
Nothing. The game is not even finished yet.
can't. So he can't. Goodbye, Flappy.
Okay, go down.
But it's so fun.
Go down. Okay, so this part, so it says right there, this block animates the bird object. So you need to copy that into your loop.
Why'd you put Flippy? So much on the make me wanna share.
You need to copy that block into your trinket. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you missed. No. You missed the part.
Why does it keep on doing that?
I don't know. Use the keyboard. Use the keyboard.
Command C. And then command. Oh, wait. Give me a minute. V.
Okay. Whoa.
Command C. I'm going to check if it works. And
There's one thing missing. You need to create a game over variable. Okay. Go back to if you look at my code, you see so the while loop is different now. So the while loop now will say game over equals false. So you need to create a game over false, game over equals false in your code. And also you need to change the while loop to say game over equals false. That's not really enough to, you need to go up to where the while loop is, not there, before the while loop. Right. So now this while loop is just not there. No, not there. Not inside the while loop. You need to do that outside the while loop. You need to create a game over variable outside the while loop. Okay, so the while loop.
Where is the while loop?
Right there. It says right there. It says right there, 12282. So it says the main game loop. So after main game loop, 1281. 281. The code lines are different. They're not the same. Go back to your trinket.
Okay, because
So after. No. You're up. No, you need to go to two. I think it's 281. You need to go down. Okay. No. Okay. So right after 281, make a new line. Not inside the while loop, outside the while. Okay. So you're gonna copy a variable called game over. You already copied it, so you just had to paste it. Right. But you need to put that inside the while loop. So when game over is equal to false, that's when the game ends. So you need to change that.
Oh wait, not this one. This one. Oh wait, I forgot the colon.
No, okay, you're So, but you need to delete the other while. You need to delete the other while header. You can't
Goodbye,
have,
while true colon. It was nice knowing you. Bam.
okay, so game over is a variable. It's set to false. So while game over is equal to false, the game you can keep playing the game. Now what happens is when the bird crashes. So when the bird crashes, go down into the code. Scorpion, focus. Go down in the code, right? So what happens is if you let the Flappy Bird crash into the bottom, okay? So basically, if the y coordinate of the Flappy Bird, right? The y coordinate, if it's greater than negative, it's about negative 250. So let's say it's about negative 250. So when you let the Flappy Bird go past the bottom of the screen, so that would be around negative 250, then the else part gets triggered. Okay. So the else part, what the else part does is it doesn't. I mean, what it does is takes the pen zero object and then it draws a message. It draws a message. You crash, game over. And then the last thing it does on 317, it changes the game over variable instead of false. It becomes true. So then when you go back to the while header, go back up to the while header.
Okay.
Go back up to the while header.
I am.
I don't see the while header. You need to go back up to the while header. Okay. So when you go back, so when the while loop checks again, so when it checks for game over, so while it's checking to see is game over still equal to false. So when the bird crashes, that if else statement changes game over to true. So while game over equals false, then becomes false, right? So when game over is equal true, the main game loop stops looping. Okay. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. So when does this while loop, what needs to be true for the while loop to keep looping? What
Flappy
condition?
Bird has to have not crashed into
Okay,
the void.
that's one of the conditions. The other condition next week, what's going to happen is when if you let the Flappy
Bird has not crashed into the little black thingies.
Right, the obstacles. So if the Flappy Bird crashes and hits or touches one of the obstacles, then also we'll have code where it sets game over to game over will become what? If you let the Flappy Bird crash into the ground, what happens to game over?
If you let Flappy Bird crash into the ground, then game over is true.
True, right. If you let your Flappy Bird touch one of the obstacles, what happens to game over?
What happens? I don't know.
Well, when is the game over in Flappy Bird? If you let the Flappy Bird crash to the ground, or if you let the Flappy Bird
get hit by the cannonballs.
Right. So if you let it touch one of the obstacles, the game is over, and then you have to restart the game, right?
Master Hunt.
Yes. Save your code. Save your code.
I have something to add. When we're putting the final touches on this Flappy Bird clone, are we gonna find out who's shooting the cannonballs and it'll be like a final boss or something like that?
Hey, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Actually, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
It could be like a Bowser style turtle guy thingy.
No, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay.
Well, we have to make sure it doesn't look too similar. Otherwise, Nintendo will sue us.
No, you're right. No, you're 100% correct. You don't want to get sued by they'll crush you. They will crush you. They won't think twice about crushing a little Indian boy. They'll be very happy to crush you. Most likely, they'll just send you a letter saying, don't do that. Okay, so what do you see in my screen here? What do we see here?
I see that card game thingy majig.
No, this is not a card game. Read the code. What is the code telling you?
Superheroes. Wow.
Okay, superhero. So what's the name of the class?
Superhero.
How do you know it's the name of the class?
Because it says class superhero.
Right, it's class. What else? What about
And because it's capitalized.
Capitalized. Thank you. Very good.
Always capitalize your classes, kids.
Well, you know,
Very important.
the Python interpreter wouldn't know the difference, doesn't care. But that's for a human. You're doing that for another human being, okay? Now, what are the two attributes of the superhero? There's only two. What are the two attributes of the superhero right now?
Power level and code name.
Code name. Okay. Okay. So when we have 2 or 3 or 4 obstacle objects, that's not a problem. It's easy to code. The problem is when you start to go past 10, 12 obstacles, that's going to be very difficult to manage. Okay? So what you need to do is you need to learn how to create a list of objects. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So in this example, each superhero, Scorpion, Excalibur, Taladay, each superhero is an object, but if you notice, are there any object names?
No.
There are no object names, okay? Now, the objects, so the objects, each object, if you look at the screen here, right? So every object, every superhero object or superhero has a code name and a power level, okay? But the objects don't have a name, okay? They do have an address, okay? So if you look at the right screen, the dark screen, you see can you read the first line? Read the second line. Scorpion 75, and then it says what?
Main superhero object at 0x7f4 cb0 e4e 7 pound 0 greater than.
Okay, so that's not a name, it's an address. It's an address in memory. Okay?
But that's not where I live.
Okay. So
my whole screen just went dark.
Your screen went dark?
Oh, it's back.
Okay, so instead of objects having names, they will only have addresses. Okay? So what that means is because they're inside a list, okay? So I'm gonna change this. I'll call it the superhero list, okay? Superhero list.
SH list.
Superhero list. Okay. So the list, right?
Yeah.
So the list. So you don't need to know the name of the objects because first of all, they don't have any names. They only have memory addresses. Okay. So you only need to know the name of the list. Okay. So you only need to know the name of the list. So that means instead of OBS 0, OBS 1, OBS 2, OBS 3, OBS 4, OBS 5, right? You don't need to know that. All you need to do is know the name of the list. Okay?
Okay.
So you see how you see here we're combining list, the coding concept of lists with objects. You see that?
Yeah. For a second, my screen went dark again, but it's back now.
Might be some lag, I guess. Okay.
No,
Okay, so
I keep accidentally kicking some wires
okay.
underneath the desk.
Okay. So what are the coding concepts that you know? Let's list some of the let's list the coding concepts that you know. What coding concepts do you know?
I know turtle.
Well, that's a module, but
Like
what are coding
what does
concepts?
coding
What did you
concepts
learn
mean?
in
Like
the beginning? What did I
languages?
teach you in the beginning?
Oh, variables,
Variables, right?
values, and
Variables,
strings,
values. I'm sorry?
and a little bit of strings and boolean.
Okay, strings, booleans, strings, booleans. What else? Booleans. What else? Then what did you learn
Like
next?
I learned turtle. Like
Well, that's a
again,
module. It's a module. It's not a concept. You forgot all the other coding concepts.
no, there was the other one, modulus.
Right, modulus. Very good. Modulus, right? Modulus.
Does FizzBuzz count?
Well, I mean, it's not a coding. It's really not a coding concept. It's a game, actually. Modulus. What else?
The
What coding
functions.
concepts did we just? What coding concepts did we just do 3 minutes before?
List.
Right, list. Okay, list. List. What else? List.
After list, there was recursion. I think.
Okay,
No,
recursion.
looping.
Right?
Looping.
Recursion.
Looping.
Right. We looping. Right. What else? Looping.
Conditionals.
Conditionals. Right. Conditionals. Right. Okay.
And then after that was recursion.
Right.
Then
Recursion.
abstraction.
Okay. Right. Abstraction. Right. Abstraction. Okay.
Um.
Well, I'm thinking
Swapping
one that's.
values.
I'm sorry. Swapping values. Right.
Swapping.
Very good. Swapping values. Very good. Swapping values. Very good. I'm thinking one
Classes. Classes, objects, methods,
right. Classes. Right.
attributes,
Very good.
regular
Classes,
expressions.
objects, methods, expressions.
The functions.
Right, functions, right, functions. Okay, functions. Okay. So,
Oh, and modules. And does
well, it's not really a
is there
coding concept. It's
anything in
really,
HTML?
well,
Is there anything
that's
in
more,
HTML that we did?
HTML is, it's coding.
Is a whole new language.
I wouldn't say it's a code. Well, it's not a coding language. It's a markup language. But anyway, so the trick, it's not just learning coding concepts separately. What else? What do you need to do with these coding concepts? What do you have to be able to do with them? You need to know how to do with these coding concepts because they're like, so basically these are like Lego blocks. These are like Lego.
Yeah, it's like Lego bricks.
So what do you need to do with what do you need to do with these coding concepts? It's just like Lego.
Legos.
What do you do with the Lego?
You have to build code just like you would like build buildings in.
Right. So you have to.
Legos.
So what do you do with the Legos? What are you doing with the Legos?
You build giant cities.
But physically, what are you doing with the Legos? What do you physically do with the Legos?
Stitching them together, basically. Like not
But do you have to,
stitching, but
do you have to follow? Okay, so you have instructions. So the Lego sets come with the instructions. You have to follow the instructions.
Yes, but you don't. No, not necessarily. Like
So
if you want to finish the set, you don't.
What do you call it?
If you want to finish the set, then you do do the instructions, but
what do you call it? What do you call it when? what do you call it? What do you call it when Lego builders just mash everything together? What do you call that? Isn't it? Don't you have a special word?
Not like you do in Minecraft, like build.
Right.
You can call
But when
somebody's
Lego, but
building
when
a
Lego
build.
builders, isn't there a special word in the Lego world where when Lego builders take different Lego bricks, parts, and they just make something completely different? What is that called? I forget.
I don't even know. And
I've
been doing Lego for like
Okay, so today we took
6 years.
Okay, so today I showed you how you can take the coding concept, a list, right? List, and then what did we do with the list? We mixed it with what? We took the list and we mixed it with what? What do we do? We made a list of what? We made a list of what?
We made a list of. We made a list of. How am I supposed to know?
We just did it. Remember the superhero class?
Oh yeah.
So we made a list of what? We made a list of.
Excalibur and Taladay.
Okay, but what are they in code? What are they? We made a list of
They
what?
are my friends.
In the
But
code, what are they?
In code, we are the objects.
Right. So you made a list of objects, okay? Oops, I can't spell. I can't spell. Okay, we made a list of objects. So we took the idea of lists and we combined them with the ideas of objects, right?
Master Hun?
Yes.
I think you mean objects.
Yeah, I spelled it wrong, sorry. Objects, okay? So we combined. So what you have to learn how to do is you have to learn how to take the different building blocks, okay, or coding concepts, and then you have to learn how to combine them, okay? Okay, so you need to learn how to combine them, and then to get to create new to create the more interesting, more complicated code. Okay.
Okay.
So let me see.
Well, no,
Okay.
no.
So
Master Hun.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something really cool?
Sure.
Well, not tell you actually.
Oh, are you sharing someone's personal information? Because we're videotaping.
No,
right?
no. Nothing. No personal information here. Let me share my screen and let me show you.
Okay.
Share screen. Google Chrome. Okay, so if you could name a random website, any website.
I don't know.
Like Songmaker on Chrome Music Lab.
A Songmaker. Okay.
See, got a bunch of songs. So you undo all of that. No. Right click. Inspect. You can find out which doc type it is. And then you could find a way to copy paste this. And then you could put it on your Trinket account, not like publishing or anything, but just
I would say you need to be careful of doing that. I would say you need to be careful of doing that because you're doing that. See, when I share my code with you,
it's kind of like plagiarism, but you don't share it with anybody.
Okay.
You just
right. But you need to. It's okay. I mean, you have to be careful because if you publish the code into a web page without their permission, they might get really angry. Okay.
Yeah, but I keep on saying don't publish it. Just show it.
If you just keep it, if you just have it in your own Trinket account and you're not publishing it, then that's different.
Yeah.
Okay. But you need to be careful because I don't want you to get into. I don't want somebody sending
Me
you a
no
letter.
want get stew.
You
Me
don't,
no
you want,
want get
yeah,
sued.
you know you don't want to get sued. Okay. Okay. So I just want to spend the rest of the time that we have. We have 6 minutes. So I just want to explain. Okay. I just want to just go over this. Okay. So unfortunately, this is one of my pet peeves. Okay. One of my pet peeves is I guess that's part of being a teacher or tutor. One of my pet peeves is, and I'm not saying I don't do it myself. I do it myself too. I also make the same mistake. Okay. I'm not saying I don't make the same mistake. I do.
Could you just tell me, please?
So what you want to be careful of is using the correct words with the correct meanings. Okay. Most people, and I do it myself, we confuse the words cost with the word price and the word value. Okay.
Wait, the word what? Pot?
Cost, price, and value. Most people use these words interchangeably, but they're not the same words. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk. So let's say, what is the most expensive Lego set that you have?
I don't really keep track of their price.
Okay. So let's say,
but I know the most expensive Lego set in the world is like over $1 million.
Is it really over $1 million? Okay. Okay. Let's do this. So let's say you go to, let's say on Amazon, they're selling a Lego set for, let's say Canadian, right? So let's say 500 Canadian dollars. Okay. So let's say there's a Lego set that sells for 500 Canadian. Okay. So that is the price, right? So this is the price. Okay.
Okay.
Do you think it cost the Lego company $500, 500 Canadian dollars to make that?
No.
So let's say the cost is, about, I'm sorry?
Probably cost them $12 to make it, but they want to make
okay.
more money, I
think you're saying the cost of the plastic. Right, the plastic is not very expensive, but the effort and time and expertise they need to have to make that set, the designer, the art, blah blah blah. Let's say that all costs, when you pay the designers and the people working the factory and the shipping and the art and everything. Let's say that's it's 150 Canadian dollars. Okay, so that's the cost. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, my question to you is, what is the value?
The value?
What is the value?
Is $650.
Whoa. But when I say value, I'm not talking about the Lego company, and I'm not talking about how much it costs for them to make it. When I say the word value, that's all about you. It's how
much do I value it?
Right. How much do you value it? Okay.
I think it would probably be one of my most prized possessions, because whenever my brother even gets near my
start to scream.
Set, I literally scream across the room, "No,
don't touch it!
Don't touch it!" And then if he plays with it, because he likes playing with my Legos.
Of course, kids love Legos. Yeah.
I give him a soft slap on the butt and tell him to go play with his Legos, because he's got those big Duplo thingies he play with. I told him 1 billion times when he's 4, he can learn how to use the
it's
big
right.
It's
actually actually for safety reasons. Yeah, you don't want him playing with your Legos, because he might put you don't want him to put it into his mouth and swallow it. Yeah.
He's pretty smart. He knows
but he's still younger than you, so
applesauce.
Yeah, but
he knows the difference between
but
an apple and a Lego apple.
but as a big brother, you don't want him. You don't want him. You don't want him. You don't want any chance of him like swallowing it, because he could, he could hurt himself if he swallows one of the Lego pieces. And the Lego pieces are small enough for a child to swallow.
And Master Hun,
Okay, so
I have this nickname for him. TGM.
oh, I don't think you should
Total
share that. You shouldn't share that.
Mayhem.
You shouldn't share that. You shouldn't share that. We're
It's just
taping.
a nickname for him.
You shouldn't share that. That's personal information. You shouldn't share that. Not
It
on the
doesn't
tape.
have any reference to his real name.
Scorpion, listen to me.
It's literally
Scorpion.
total destructive
Scorpion.
mayhem.
Scorpion, listen to me. I told you, all personal information you should not share. Okay? You shouldn't share.
Okay.
But let me finish up. Okay? I'm out of time. So the cost is how much the expertise, the cost of the plastic, the advertising, the marketing, the people who work at the plant. So that's the cost. Okay? The 150 might be wrong. It might be more or less. I could be wrong. Okay? The Lego company can't sell the Lego sets at cost, right? They can't do that because then they would go out of business, right? So the cost is a number that they can calculate easily, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is the price easy for them to calculate?
Master Hun, we're
how do they
1 minute
calculate the
over
price?
time limit, by the way.
Okay. How can they calculate the price? How do they calculate the price?
The $500 price plus the $150 cost is $650. So
No.
$650
You got it wrong. The $500 Canadian dollars for the price, that includes the cost. That's not added. You're thinking of the profit. A profit is $500 minus the cost, and that would be their gross profit. Okay.
Yeah.
So the cost is something that they can easily figure out. The price is, well, they can't sell it for less than $150 Canadian dollars because that's how much it costs them. So they have to price it higher than the cost, right? The big problem is, or the big question is, what is the value? Because that's something that comes from you, right? Yes?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But the way you explained it to me is the value has to be really large versus the price, right? You're not going to buy, you don't have the money, but you're not going to want to buy a Lego set if the value you perceive is less than the price, correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you have to see, oh, I'm going to pay 500 Canadian dollars for this Lego set, but the value to me is a lot more. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, because if you don't value that Lego set, you're not going to buy it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if it was $1, you wouldn't even buy it, right? You said, oh, I don't want this set. I don't want to even pay $1 for it, right? Hello?
Yeah, like people who don't like dogs would never go to a free puppy sale.
Right. Right.
People who don't like cats would never go to a free kitty sale.
If somebody doesn't like Maggie's, right? You couldn't.
They would never go to a Maggie sale.
They won't pay a penny for a Maggie, right? How much would you pay for a Maggie?
It's normal price. I wouldn't pay $1 billion for a packet of Maggie. No.
You wouldn't pay, right? Okay.
But it's so delicious.
Well, what if I had the only Maggie, and what if I was the only person in the world with the only package, with a package of Maggies in the whole world? How much would you pay me then?
Nothing, because I would come over to the US and take it myself.
What? No, I'm saying if I had the only one in the whole world.
I know.
You would come Then take it. What do you take it? You just rip it out of my
50.
hands?
$1.50. There.
You wouldn't give me more than $1.50? Even if it was the last one in the whole world?
I wouldn't give you more than $1.50.
Whoa, you're a tough negotiator. Your mother and father should be very proud of you. Very tough negotiator.
Well, I've been negotiating for like 10 more minutes of iPad time before going to sleep. I've been doing that for like
Right, you're an expert negotiator.
basically my entire life.
Okay, so we've run out of time. That was hilarious. That was funny, really funny. Okay, so let's say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye. And remember, don't let the scorpion sting you in your sleep. Bye.
What?